Hi everyone, welcome back for another tutorial. In this tutorial I want to show you how to improve this image. It looks flat, boring, but I want to make it more interesting. So first of all, this was shot in RAW, therefore I have a lot more control than if it was an image captured in JPEG. So the first thing I want to do is I want to change the white balance. It's a sunset, as you can see right here, and I want nice warm tones. So I'm going from the white balance from a shot to shade, and probably warm up just a bit more, something like so. Fantastic. Now, as you can see, well, only change the temperature. So what I want to do is I want to add some contrast. I want to bring down the highlights so I get a bit more detail in here where the sun is setting. So I'm just going to bring it something like so. And yes, still boring. So I'm going just to open up the shadows just a touch, not too much because this is not an HDR and I don't want to go that far. And it looks rather pleasing. Not yet. I'm going just to show you the Instagram, and as you can see it shows that it's a rather dark image. So I'm going just to open up the exposure just something like so, so I have a bit more balanced image and Instagram. So all is good right here. So what I want to do now is I want to drag a gradient over here on the sky. So graduated filter, and I'm just going to bring down the exposure nearly a stop, and I'm going to be holding shift so it just stays, the gradient just comes nice and straight, go down something like so. And I want just to cool the top of the image a touch. So I'm just going to grab the temperature slider and just bring it down a bit. And as you can see, we have nice warm tones in here where the sun is setting, and some cool tones on the sky. And this is actually how it normally works. If you see more sunset images, you'll see how it works. Done. And still boring. So now I'm going to one of my favorite tools in Lightroom, which is actually this one here, radial filter. So I'm going to just click it, and I'm just going to drag ellipse, something like so, an oval, and I'm just bringing some bit more attention to the subject because I want this boat to be the subject. But as you can see, I brought down the exposure to -97, so it's affecting all the outside of the image, but I want to do exactly the opposite. So I'm going to add more exposure, but I want to invert this area right here. So I'm just going to put it back where it was, and I'm just going to click invert mask, and there we go. As you can see, it just brought a lot more interest to the boat itself. And even though it doesn't look very straight, this image is pretty leveled, but probably I'm just going to make it something like so. This was on the Thames bank and it was taken in an angle, that's why it looks a bit crooked, but it's not too bad. I'm going like this and add some clarity, not too much, some vibrance, and of course let's go into lens correction, and I'm going to remove chromatic aberration, enable profile lens, and also detail, sharpen the image, the amount about 80, and I'm going to move masking, and while moving the masking slide I'm going to press the Alt key so I can visualize the areas it's affecting. So something like so. Add a bit of luminance noise, and there you go. We've got this image and it looks rather more pleasing than before. So now let's go to Adobe Bridge, and I'm going to show you the same image, and I'm going to open up this image in Camera Raw because some people they like Lightroom, some people prefer Camera Raw. And bear in mind one thing, if you are photography plan subscriber with Adobe Creative Cloud, you'll have both of the options, but if you have an older version you may either be using just Lightroom or Adobe Bridge with Camera Raw and Photoshop. So I'm going to open in Camera Raw like so, and I've got the image, and just as before I'm going to white balance, shade, warm up just a bit more, something like so, bring down the highlights a bit, open up the shadows a bit, just exactly like I did before. I've got the histogram right here, so I'm going to just open up the exposure just a touch, something like so, add some contrast, a bit more whites into the image, add some clarity, vibrance, and it's looking rather pleasing. And right here on top, it's where the radial filter is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going just to click on the plus on the exposure. This will reset any of the other sliders I've got here. So plus, drag as I did before. I'm just going to reposition it, something like so. And I want to make sure that it's affecting the inside, and it's already here on the inside. So like this, and add a bit more exposure to that area. Now I'm just going to grab the graduated filter, and as before, drag it down like so, bring down the exposure, add some contrast. The temperature, I cooled it down a touch on the top, and the reason why I say on the top, it's because as it's graduating all the way down, the temperature, because I am only using like -11, it's not affecting the warm tones right here. So there we go, and probably I just add a bit more exposure, a bit more clarity, vibrance. Let me just crop this image. So I'm going just like this. I think I might just use the level, something like so. Bang, there we go. So add some blacks, whites, and as you can see, that's before, and this is after. Before and after, and as you can see, a more rather pleasing image. And sometimes we take a photo that we go like, it's okay, and if you shoot in RAW, take it to Camera Raw or Lightroom, you can improve a lot more. That's it for now. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like and share this video so I can bring you more videos to you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.